Nothing like the fresh smell of tannerite in the afternoon. Well, this makes everything happy in the world.
Oh man. Blowing stuff up with Ton Jones over at AirForce Airguns, take 22.
That's flour. That's precious.
This past winter, I had the pleasure of spending a week at the AirForce Airgun factory, together with my new friend Ton Jones, best known as the star of the reality TV show Auction Hunters. What you might not know about Ton is that he's also an airgun aficionado that shoots more lead before breakfast than most of us do in a week. This guy really knows his stuff. Ton is also an expert in survival and prepping, and being a fan of AirForce Airguns, he approached the company and said, hey, let's develop a survival airgun. So he got together with the owner, the airgun smiths, and the engineers at the company, and what they did is come up with a lightweight, powerful, portable 25 caliber powerhouse known as the AirForce Escape. This is a true survival airgun. It's putting out over 90 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle. It's the one gun I would want in a survival situation, and it's the subject of today's Airgun Reporter. So sit back, relax, enjoy the antics from my week in Texas, and I hope you folks enjoy the show.
You making a breakfast smoothie, Ton?
It's breakfast time.
Oh, sweet.
All right, let's do some chrony testing. I have the AirForce Escape charged to 3000 PSI. The power wheel is set at number 7, and we're going to be using 2 pellets, the JSB Exact Kings and the Yunjin pellets. There are about 3 pellets that I found that work best in the AirForce guns. Those include the Barracuda pellets, the Yunjin pellets, and the JSB Exacts. So let's start with the JSB Exact Kings and see what our results are. All right. Okay, here goes our first pellet. Make sure my muzzle is lined up with the sensors on the Pro Chronal Digital. We'll take our first shot. $1,141. Holy cow. These 35 grain Yunjin pellets seem to be the favorite over at AirForce Airguns, and also a favorite with hunters. They really put a wallop on game downrange. They're also available, I believe, in 43 grain, and those are a pointed pellet. The 35 grains are a round-nosed pellet. Okay, let's see what our string looks like. Okay, according to my calculations here, the Yunjins averaged 73 foot-pounds with a high of 83 foot-pounds. The JSBs averaged 64 foot-pounds with a high of 72 foot-pounds. When I was at the AirForce Airgun factory, we used the 43 grain Yunjin pellets, which I don't happen to have here, and I saw over 95 foot-pounds of energy. Let me tell you, that is just insane.
Yeah!
All right, before I start the accuracy testing, let me tell you a little bit about the shooting stand I've been using so far on the show. This is called the Tri-X stand, and it comes to me from ewcalls.com. A big shout out to the nice folks over there for sending it to me. At first glance, it's a tripod. It's made from rugged aluminum, it has adjustable legs for height, and it has this gimbal on top that tilts and rotates 360 degrees. It has a tension knob on the bottom for adjusting the tension of the gimbal, so you can get into just about any position you want, lock it down. It also has an adjustable forestock rest. Just unscrew it and you can slide it forward or backward depending on the size of your rifle. It also has a knurled screw for adjusting the height. If you want to get right on target and make micro adjustments, you do it with this screw right here. It also has an armrest in the back, so you can adjust it, rest your arm so it's not floating in space, and you can get real comfortable with it. It also has this swing out arm for mounting a camera in case you want to show your audience what you're shooting downrange. Another cool feature is that you can shoot it in the standing, kneeling, or prone positions. The legs spread completely flat and adjust to any height you want. I'm going to be shooting in the kneeling position, so let's go ahead, set up my target at 35 yards, and see how I do. All right, well, it got windy here. Nothing much I can do about that. Let's see how I do with these JSB Exact Kings at 35 yards. All right, let me go ahead and set my target out to 50 yards and try out those Yunjin pellets. Beautiful, beautiful. You just can't call into question the accuracy of AirForce Airguns. They're so accurate that it gets boring after a while. Seriously, that is just one ragged hole at 50 yards with crosswind. Beautiful. Mwah. I love this rifle. All right, my target is out to 75 yards. It looks really far. I have the Yunjin pellets. Let's see how I do. Still a little bit windy, but what can you do? That looks pretty good. Ooh, baby. If I can keep doing that, it's gonna be a nice group. Nice. I'm gonna stop at 3 pellets. Let's just say this thing has awesome accuracy at 75 yards. Well, you may have noticed that the AirForce Escape is not a quiet air gun. It is really loud, but that's okay. There's also an AirForce Escape SS. That's right, and it utilizes AirForce's sound lock system. I've yet to test it, but I know that the sound lock system works awesome on the Condor SS. That thing is extremely quiet. Well, I have a pellet loaded in the Escape. I've got my sound meter about 3 feet from the muzzle. Let's take a few shots downrange and see what the highest reading is we can get. The trigger group on the AirForce Escape is the same platform that's shared on other air guns, such as the Condor SS, the Talon SS, and the Talon P. AirForce has made some improvements over the years. Most notably is the blade style safety. You can now disengage it with your index finger or re-engage it if you don't want to take your shot. It's a two-stage trigger, it's non-adjustable, but you can adjust the height of the trigger shoe. Let's go ahead and do the trigger testing and see what the results are. And there we have it, 2 pounds, 1.3 ounces. With the tank charged to 3000 psi and the power setting to medium, I took 10 shots indoors to calculate the pressure drop. The resulting pressure was about 2300 psi. Therefore, the .25 caliber Escape is consuming an estimated 70 psi per shot. Since the rifle was developed for on-the-go power, accuracy, and reliability, pairing it with a reliable hand pump would complete a dependable hunting package.
You alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do some pumping?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you ready to pump some iron?
Yeah.
It took 75 pumps to bring the Escape's 213cc tank back up to 3000 psi. So you can expect to pump up the rifle about 9 times for each shot.
Well, it's really windy in the pasture here, but let's get a little crazy. Let's see if I can hit these silhouette targets out to 100 yards. Just about there. Oh boy. I bet I can do it. After a few shots. Maybe quite a few shots. All right, let me go ahead and set up.
I'm gonna have to use some mil dots for this. The wind is really blowing down there. May have to compensate. Got one! Oh, I need more ammo. Where's my ammo? Let's charge this up. Really windy. All right. Well, it took me a few shots, but I nailed them. Folks, the bottom line is that the American-made AirForce Escape, inspired by the wisdom of airgun evangelist Ton Jones, delivers outstanding accuracy, impressive power, and backpack portability in a lightweight, corrosion-resistant package geared for the hunter on the go. The modular high-tech design allows the user to easily transform the rifle between a 22 or 25 caliber platform, providing the shooter with a wide selection of available ammo in their choice of knockdown power. My only gripe is that the shoulder stock doesn't provide the most comfortable cheek weld. Ton showed me a clever trick he uses on his AirForce rifles, and this is to rotate the stock a few degrees. Sure enough, it was a lot more comfortable on the cheek and easier to get the proper eye relief from the scope. With an AirForce hand pump, the easy-to-fill tank will have you shooting your new rifle in no time, without the need for bulky and expensive carbon fiber equipment. There are 2 other Escape models in the lineup to choose from. The Escape UL, an ultralight version weighing only 4.25 pounds, and the Escape SS, or Super Silent model, that combines a fully shrouded barrel with AirForce's sound lock system. In my opinion, AirForce builds the equivalent of the American supercar. One company's vision to aim for engineering excellence, and doing so with a brilliant team of experts who are as dedicated and passionate about the shooting sports as the airgunners who use them. For Airgun Reporter, my name is Paul Capello. Until next time, shoot safe and have fun.